Wicked problems cannot be tackled by the traditional approach in which problems are defined, analyzed, and solved in sequential steps. Poverty has been around for years in our city. In fact, population in Guadalajara has doubled since 1960. This brought a lot of different problems in our city, so we decided to attack the poverty in Guadalajara. We asked ourselves, how can we possibly decrease this problem? After this research, we came up with the conclusion that the Zona Metropolitana of Guadalajara is rich in corn production, but the city is growing on in a very accelerated way, and it's affecting our zones designated to the production of this vegetable. So how can we protect this land and help our community? That's the question that we asked ourselves before getting into the conceptualization and design of our project. We decided to protect the land of the cornfields. This is going to bring a lot of improvement to our community, not just helping the poor sector of our city, because we're creating jobs and helping the farmers, but environmentally also. That's why we came up with the idea of a cooperative. But what's a cooperative? It's an establishment where society formed by producers, sellers, or consumers in order to produce, buy, or sell in a way that is more advantageous for everyone. Cooperatives are societies formed by people who are associated to carry out business activities aimed at satisfying their economic and social needs and aspirations, with a democratic structure and functioning. For example, in our cooperative, we're going to receive the farmers with little production of corn and create a community where all of them can work together and combine efforts to compete with big producers in the market. But we're not just designing a cooperative, we're also designing a recreative center which is going to attract visitors and the general public to experience what is the corn and the process. We think it is important because this crop comes from the beginning of our culture, and maintaining the interest in this crop and the focus is something important to our country since it is reflected big in our gastronomy. We need to give the corn its utmost importance. It will be a touristic attraction, just where you can learn everything about the corn, both the current process and the one that comes from ancient generations. The cooperative is divided and interconnected in three different areas. The first area is the processing area, where the nixtamalization process takes place. There is also a packing and a storage area. Then we have our two main buildings. We have the administrative cooperative building where the business takes place. There is a food and a resting area, couple of offices, an auditorium, and everything a quality administrative building needs. The recreative building is equipped with an audiovisual room, a gift shop related with the cooperative. We have a couple of indoor activities like the handcrafts and the cooking activities, and also a museum. There is also a corn maze where the tourists can have a tour and first-hand learn about the natural corn process and the traditional Mesoamerican way. We believe our design has two main aspects, and all of its charm comes from here. The first one is the nature around. How we got to create this environment where we don't punish nature but instead include it in our design. We have an eco-friendly project working in harmony with the site surroundings. If we want the visitors to really experience the cornfields, then we have to adapt ourselves to them. The other strong attribute to the project is the materials that is being used. Our main star is the brick. It's a perfect material to design in this type of climates, and it adds character to our project. And also we add these elements that are big brick staples that are just not an aesthetic element but also a functional one. They are carefully designed to keep the natural light in but keeping it in comfort for our spaces. These staples also work as the roof and help us blend in more with the environment and the land that we work in. They are the essence of our project that is perfectly well combined with the nature around. We achieved our goal by creating this cooperative in a very interesting architectural way. But it's not only about the cooperative and the architecture, but also about the people. How can they get involved, coming visiting, and having a really different experience?